Hi guys, today we're going to discuss what is special education. The objective of this video is for you to know what is the importance of special education as well as to identify various disabilities in relation to our topic. But before we proceed to our discussion, let's have a motivational activity first. I want to know, what are you going to do if you ever encountered a disabled person getting bullied by someone? According to a law, which is Republic Act 7277 or Magna Carta for Disabled Person, this law protects and ensures to give full support for the well-being of a person with disability. Now let's further tackle the special education. Special education, also known as SPED, is an individually planned and systematically implemented and carefully evaluated instruction to help exceptional children achieve the greatest possible self-sufficiency and success. Special education is the practice of educating students in a way that address their individual differences and special needs. There are different terms used in special education as defined in Section 4 of Republic Act 7277. For better understanding, I want you to write down the brief description of these terms. First one is disabled persons. Disabled persons are those who are suffering from restriction or disabilities. Next is individualized education program. It is a legal document collaboratively prepared by the professionals describing the child's academic progress. It means it is a written education plan designed to meet a child's learning needs. Next is mainstreaming. When we say mainstreaming, it is least restrictive environment to extend for the child to participate with non-disabled peers. It is the practice of placing students with special education services in a general education classroom during specific time periods based on their skills. Next one is reasonable accommodation. It is an adjustment made in a system to accommodate or make fair the same system for an individual based on a proven need. Next is rehabilitation. It is an integrated approach that creates conditions for the individual to attain the highest possible level of functional ability. Another one is sheltered employment. It refers to the provision of productive work for disabled persons through workshop providing special facilities, income-producing projects, or homework schemes with a view to giving them the opportunity to earn a living, thus enabling them to acquire a working capacity required in open industry. Next is social barriers. When we say social barriers, it refers to the characteristics of institutions which limit the fullest possible participation of disabled person in a group. And the last one is zero defect. It is specifying that all children, regardless of ability, are guaranteed a free and appropriate public education. So now let's proceed to the types of disabilities. There are different types of disabilities. First one is autism. It is a developmental disorder characterized by difficulties with social interaction and communication and very restricted and repetitive behavior. Parents often notice signs during the first 3 years of their children's life. For the next one, Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder ADHD or Attention Deficit Disorder ADD. ADHD is the official medical term for the condition regardless of whether a patient demonstrates symptoms of hyperactivity. ADD is now outdated term that is typically used to describe inattentive type ADHD, which has symptoms including disorganization, lack of focus, and forgetfulness. The third one is learning disabilities. There are different learning disabilities such as dyslexia, dysgraphia, dyscalculia, and nonverbal learning disorder. When we say dyslexia, it is a learning disorder that involves difficulty reading due to problems identifying speech sounds and learning how they relate to letters and words. While dysgraphia, inability to write coherently, a symptom of brain disease or damage. For dyscalculia, is difficulty in learning or comprehending arithmetic such as difficulty in understanding numbers, learning how to manipulate numbers, performing mathematical calculations, and learning facts in mathematics. For nonverbal learning disorder, it affects a child's social skills but not his speech or writing skills. Unlike kids with language-based learning disabilities like dyslexia, kids with NVLD have trouble understanding communication that isn't verbal. That includes body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions. Now let's proceed to the next type of disabilities. Mental retardation. When we say mental retardation, it is a developmental disability and it is defined as an intellectual functioning level that is below average and significant limitations in daily living skill. It is measured by standard test for intelligence quotient or IQ. There are 4 classifications in mental retardation. First is mild mental retardation. IQ range is 50 to 55 to 70. Those people who has mild mental retardation can learn basic academics and have enough social adaptive ability to become semi-independent or independent living. For moderate mental retardation, IQ range is 35 to 40 to 50 to 55, and they can learn self-help, communicate, social and simple occupational skills but limited to academics and vocational skills. For those who are under severe mental retardation, IQ range is 20 to 25 to 35 to 40, and they can learn self-help, communication, and simple work tasks under supervision. The last one is called unspecified mental retardation. There is no strong presumption and the person is considered to be untestable by standard intelligence tests. There are 2 more types of disabilities that will be reported by the next reporter. For now, I hope we learned a lot regarding the special education.